Here we have to study the zero order reaction. Zero order reaction. We have to define zero order reaction first. In zero order reaction, we have to study here first. In the zero order reaction, the concentration of reactant is constant with time. Concentration of reactant is constant with time, and rate is independent on concentration of reactant. Rate is independent on concentration of reactant. Independent on concentration of reactant. Such reaction is known as zero order reaction. Okay, so zero order reaction in which the concentration of reactant is constant. As the reaction proceeds, the product formation takes place. The concentration of reactant is constant. It do not change with time. And such reaction rate is independent of concentration of reactant, or rate for whole reaction is a constant. So see here, reaction rate. So dx by dt indicates the rate of reaction, which is proportional to the constant term, because reactant concentration doesn't changes here. So reaction concentration, if doesn't changes, then we can write d by dt equal to k into constant. Term. So concentration remains constant for zero order reaction. So if concentration doesn't change, then we can write that the rate of reaction is equal to k into constant. And if we rearrange this equation, then we can write dx equal to k into dt. Dx equal to k into dt. By integrating this equation, if we integrate this equation, then we can write integration dx equal to integration k dt. So integration of this equation gives x equal to k. Integration of dt is t plus I, where I, you know that this I is a constant and called constant of integration. I is a constant of integration, and the value of I is revealed when x is equal to 0 and t is equal to 0. When x is equal to 0 and t is equal to 0 at 0 time, we come to know the value of I, that I is equal to 0. I becomes 0 here, so x is equal to kt. This is the rate equation for the zero order reaction. The rate equation or rate law for zero order reaction. So in concentration of reactant doesn't changes for such reactions. So rate of reaction is independent on concentration of reactant molecule. So rate is constant throughout the reaction, and that reaction, such type of reaction, is a zero order reaction. So rate is independent of concentration, that is constant. So dx by dt is the rate equal to k into constant. So we can write dx equal to k into dt. K is constant, both constant term indicated by k. So dx equal to k into dt. By integrating this equation, we get the equation x is equal to kt plus I, where I is the constant of integration, the value of which revealed when we take x is equal to 0 and t is equal to 0. So we obtain the value of I is equal to 0. So if we substitute this value I is equal to 0 here, we get this equation x is equal to kt, which is the zero order reaction. This is the zero order reaction. So zero order reaction gives the rate equation here for zero order reaction. Now see, let's see the unit for this zero order reaction. So if you see the unit for this zero order reaction, then see, we have to rearrange this equation. Unit for zero order reaction. The concentration is expressed in moles per liter. concentration may be expressed in the moles per liter. So unit for zero order reaction, unit. See here, equation we know that zero order rate expression x is equal to kt. If we rearrange this equation, x is equal to, so for k is equal to x upon t. X is what? It is a concentration of product. So concentration is expressed in moles per liter. Moles per liter. Concentration is expressed in moles per liter, and time in second. Time is expressed in seconds. So time expressed in seconds and moles per liter is the concentration of the product here. So rate the unit for first zero order reaction is unit is moles per liter. Here it is in the denominator, so per second we can write. So rate the unit for zero order reaction is a moles per liter per second. Unit for zero order reaction is a moles per liter per second. Now see the graphical representation for zero order reaction. Graphical representation for zero order reaction. Graphical representation. Representation for zero order reaction. In graphical representation, see if a graph of the equation for zero order reaction is x is equal to kt. If we compare this equation with equation of straight line, y is equal to mx plus c. But here plus c, it is a 0. Plus c is not here, no intercept for this equation. If we plot a graph of t versus x is on the y-axis, so x versus t, then this graph according to the straight line, because it follows the equation of straight line, so the graph is a straight line graph because it follows this equation without intercept, because the intercept is 0. If the graph is without intercept, then it always start from origin. If intercept is there, then start from here, depending on intercept, how much intercept is there. So depending on intercept, it start from above. But here, when intercept is 0, y-intercept is 0, then it always start from origin. So graph is a straight line. As the time passes, the concentration of product goes on increasing, and we get the value of k from slope of the equation. Slope of the equation gives the value of k. M is the slope. So slope of the equation gives the value of k, that is rate constant for zero order reaction. This is all about zero order reaction. So zero order reaction got zero order reaction in which the concentration of reactant remains constant as the time passes. When the time goes on, the concentration of reactant doesn't changes, that is concentration of reactant is constant. So depending on this, we obtain the rate equation for zero order reaction, that is x is equal to kt, from which we found the unit for zero order reaction. So k is equal to x upon t. X is the concentration of product, which is expressed in moles per liter, and time expressed in second. So moles per liter and here second. So unit for zero order reaction is moles per liter per second. Graphical representation, if we compare this equation with the equation of straight line, that is y is equal to mx plus c. Here c is equal to 0, intercept is 0 here in this case, so x is equal to kt. So x, we plotted graph x against t, then we obtain the straight line, because it follows the equation of straight line. We obtain straight line starting from origin, and the slope of this straight line gives the value of k, that is rate constant. So this is all about zero order reaction. Now we have to study the first order reaction. First order reaction. So first order reaction, it can be defined that rate of this reaction, first order reaction, so rate of this reaction is proportional to or depends on the concentration of one reactant concentration term only. One reactant concentration means suppose that A plus B is equal to C, another product. So reactant molecules are there, but rate of reaction is proportional to either A or either B. So one concentration term only. So if rate of reaction is directly proportional to or dependent on one concentration of reactant, then that reaction is called as first order reaction. That reaction is called as first order reaction. So first order reaction is that in which rate of reaction is determined by the change of concentration of one reactant only. Change of concentration of one reactant only. Suppose that if we change the concentration of A, then rate of reaction changes. But when we change the concentration of B, then there will be no effect on rate of reaction. So rate of reaction is dependent on concentration of one reactant only, and such reaction is known as first order reaction. So first order reaction. So rate is defined in this way. See the rate of reaction. So rate equal to dx by dt, increasing product concentration. Rate is equal to dx by dt, which is proportional to the concentration of A only. Concentration of A or concentration of one reactant only. So in the term it is indicated dx by dt equal to K1. Rate constant for first order reaction is indicated by K1 into concentration of A. K1 into concentration of A. Suppose that consider the reaction A is converted into two products B plus C. Initially the concentration of A is a small a, the concentration of reactant, and initially there is no concentration of product. Product concentration is 0. So this is initial condition. In initial condition the concentration of products 0. But at time t, the concentration of A start decreasing and X start increasing. So there is increase in concentration of product B and C. So it is at time t. At time t, there is increase in concentration of X. So at time t, the concentration of reactant we can write dx by dt equal to K1 into A minus X. K1 into A minus X. So if you rearrange this equation, then we can write dx upon A minus X, dx upon A minus X equal to K1 into dt. K1 into dt. Say this equation number 1. Rearrange this equation. Dt is shifted here, A minus X shifted here. So dx upon A minus X equal to K1 into dt. So if we integrate this equation by integrating this equation, so integration of this equation, that is dx upon A minus X equal to integration of K1 into dt. Integration of K1 into dt. Now in the equation K1 into dt, so the integration for this equation we obtain minus ln A minus X equal to, integration for this term is a minus ln A minus X equal to, K1 is a constant term, so it remains as it is. The integration of dt is a t. So we obtain minus ln A minus X equal to K1 into dt. Now K1 into dt plus I. We have taken here integration, so equal to plus I. So that is the constant of integration. I is equal to constant of integration. So it is a constant of integration, and we know that the value of constant of integration I we know after adding x is equal to 0 and t is equal to 0. When we apply x is equal to 0 and t is equal to 0, then we get to know the value of I. So here value of I, so substitute value of x is equal to 0. So if x is equal to 0, t is equal to 0, this term becomes 0. So I is equal to what? Minus ln A. I is equal to minus ln A. So we obtain here value I is equal to minus ln A after substituting x is equal to 0 and t is equal to 0. So substitute this value, say this equation number 2, substituting value in equation number 2. When we substitute the value of I in equation 2, so substitute value of I in equation number 2. So after substituting value, we know that minus ln A minus x equal to k1 into t equal to k1 into t plus not plus here minus ln A. So we get this equation here. We get this equation here. Now minus ln A minus x k1 t minus ln A. So rearranging this equation, so k1t equal to minus ln the bracket A minus x plus ln A. ln is for natural log. Okay, natural logarithm. So ln A. So again rearranging some more, k1t equal to ln A minus ln A minus x minus ln A minus ln A minus x, and we know that in logarithm negative sign or subtraction is a division. So we can write k1t equal to ln A upon A minus x, ln A upon A minus x. So see here ln A, again rearranging for k1. So k1 equal to 1 upon t into ln A upon A minus x, ln A upon A minus x. And if we want to convert this natural log into the log of base 10, if we want to convert this natural log into base 10, then we must multiply the equation by 2.303. So ln equal to 2.303 log to the base 10. So k1 equal to 2.303 upon t log to the base 10 of A upon A minus x. A upon A minus x, and this is the rate equation for first order reaction. The rate equation for first order reaction. This is the rate equation for first order reaction. We obtain this equation after taking integration, or this is the integral form of the equation. Integral form of the rate equation of first order reaction. Integral form of the rate equation of first order reaction. So this is the rate equation. Now this is the rate equation. Now we have to see the unit of first order reaction. Unit of first order reaction. So see here this rate equation and see the unit for first order reaction. Unit for first order reaction. Unit for first order reaction. So unit of first order reaction can be obtained from here. It is a digit T. Okay. So K1 we are deriving unit. So it is a digit. So 0.303. It has no unit. T is a unit. So expressed in seconds. So log to the base 10. It's a concentration term, so moles per liter, and A minus X is also expressing concentration, so it's a moles per liter. So moles per liter it's cancelled, and we get the unit for first order rate constant. So unit for first order reaction is actually time inverse. Reaction is time inverse, because second inverse also it may be expressed as a second inverse. If we taken time in minutes, then it is a minute inverse. If time taken in hours, then hour inverse. So this is the unit for first order reaction. This is the rate equation for first order reaction. K1 equal to 2.303 upon T log to the base 10 A upon A minus X. A is what? Initial concentration. A minus X is the concentration at time T, and unit for the first order reaction is generally per second for first order reaction, and for the zero order reaction the unit is a moles per liter per second. So this is unit for first order reaction. See the graphical representation for first order reaction. Graphical representation for first order reaction. So in the graphical representation, see the graph of first order reaction. Let's rearrange this equation, the rate equation, because that rate equation K1 equal to 2.303 upon T log to the base 10 A upon A minus X. A minus X. Rearranging this equation, rate equation, rate equation. So T equal to, for T we have taken here 2.303 upon K1 into log to the base 10 A upon A minus X. A upon A minus X. So comparing this equation with y is equal to mx plus c. No intercept here in this case. So if we rearrange this equation for y is equal to mx plus c, then we obtain the equation, we obtain straight line, because it follows the equation of straight line, So equation of straight line, then the graphical representation for log to the base 10 of A upon A minus X. Then the graph starts from origin, because intercept is 0, starts from origin, and we get the increase in this concentration with increase in time. As the time increases, there will be increase in the concentration. It follows the straight line equation. So T against log to the base 10 A upon A minus X, we get the graphical representation in this way. So this graphical representation of the equation for first order reaction. So first order reaction is there. Now the half-life period means half of the reaction is explained. Half of the reactant molecule reacts, that is a half-life. So the graphical representation here for first order reaction, and also for the first order reaction half-life period can be explained in the similar way.